Welcome to the Encountermancer. In 1975, TSR published a supplement for Dungeons & Dragons called Blackmoor by Dave Arneson. Within those pages was the first ever adventure module, Temple of the Frog. Since 1975, many adventure modules have been printed, and many of them have not been brought up to date with the latest editions. Most of them haven't seen any kind of reprint since their originals. The point of this channel will be to resurrect those old adventures that we may all relive them in the form of audio dramatizations. While fleshing out the idea for this channel, I ran into a couple of problems that I was going to have to face. Namely, that there have been many worlds that Dungeons & Dragons has created and fleshed out, and many adventures created specifically for those worlds. Some are so intertwined with the world itself that they can't easily be picked up and dropped into other settings. How do you sail the Silt Sea in Ravenloft? How do you ride the Phlogiston on the Sword Coast? You just can't combine a lot of these worlds. So I decided that some of these settings we will simply not be visiting. Not anytime soon, at least. For example, some of the more difficult ones would be, of course, Athos, any of the realm space, adventure modules and settings. You even run into problems with a lot of the planes and city adores and things like that. So some people's favorite settings will not be covered very well. Or if they are, they're simply going to be picked up and plopped right down into the Sword Coast, which will be my main setting. I decided that Faerun is well known. It's had a lot published on it. It's a fan favorite, but our characters will probably not be visiting a lot of these more difficult settings. The other issue that I had was trying to decide if I was going to change the original modules to fit into the Sword Coast. Was I going to rename Hamlet, etc.? I decided against that. The point of the channel, like I said, is going to be to relive some of these older adventures, and I just didn't want to go through and be changing a lot of things. I wanted to present them in largely their original format. So, yes, if the characters ever visit Hamlet, it'll be in some unspecified place along the Sword Coast. Sorry to all of you Greyhawk players out there. Again, welcome to the Encountermancer, D&D channel dedicated to resurrecting old adventure modules in the form of radio dramatizations.